Wednesday. With Monday being New Year's, things are off just a little bit, but here I am for our first live for 2024. Yay! I only have a couple announcements real quick for you. The first is Michelle, you won the drawing from last week, and the way you get into this is if you like, share, comment, and then I can draw names. I draw names from that. So next week's prize will be the Full of Love. So make sure you give me a thumbs up. Make sure you, which I call the like, because, you know, a Facebook. And then just make sure that you comment or share, comment and share as well. And then your name will go in for that. Hello, Carol. How are you? The only actual, and yes, you did, Michelle, you won. The only announcement I have for you guys is that tomorrow the new mini catalog comes out. It starts, and with that, there is a catalog launch. Here is a little sneak peek of my card for that. The catalog launch is put on by Crafty Collaborations. It is a free event that all you have to do is join. There's a Facebook post for that, and I will be sharing that first. Actually, it'll be tonight. I'll be sharing that later tonight, and you'll get registered for that. There are prizes that she does give away for all of that, so make sure that you go in and join. There's lots of great demonstrators that are a part of this from around the world. And again, it is all free to you, and it is using products from this new catalog, and they are amazing. So the other thing is they do a charity to raise money for a national, not a national, I keep saying that, but for a worldwide charity. So make sure that you look into that, because there's a tutorial that gives you all the information for all the products. So that is all I've got for you tonight. I'm going to go ahead and put you down onto the table so that we can get right on in. Hello, Deb. How are you? All right, there we go. And tonight we are going to be using one of those celebration sets. It is free with a purchase from those new catalogs that will start tomorrow. It is called Jungle Pals. You have the stamp set, ignore the price on there. You have the stamp set, and then you also have dies. So it's two different ones that you can earn for free. And we're going to play with that tonight. With every catalog launch, I take a training, and that training, we have a bunch of projects that we put together to kind of help us in our business. It helps us to kind of get started, and I was in love with those projects. So we are going to be playing with that and creating those. Now, I am a person who likes to change them up a little bit, so these are not exactly how the demonstrator who kind of demonstrated these for us. It's not exactly how she puts it together, but they're similar. So there's a blog post that will give you all the information as far as your measurements. So make sure you go check that out. And there is a link in the description of the video for that. All right. So the first one, we're going to color this little toucan. And I think y'all know I love some critter stamp sets, and I know these are animals, but I still call them all critters. They're so cute and so adorable, and I love the tiger. We are actually not going to play with the tiger tonight, but I have a card that I have two cards actually that I'll be sharing tomorrow and then on Friday as well that uses the tiger. But I love critter stamp sets. I love them. So I always like it when Stampin' Up! Has those. They're always fun. Okay. Get my little self situated here. We're going to start by taking our card base and folding it in half. And then we will give it a good burnish and then set it aside. All right. we're going to take this piece right here, and I am going to use a piece of grid paper, and we are going to stamp "Enjoy the Day," or "Enjoy Your Day." And "Enjoy Your Day" is from Heartfelt Hellos. And we're going to do, so this is crushed curry, but we're going to actually stamp it in wild wheat. And I felt like, oh, the tiger, oh yes, yes, he would be very cute in the tall grass, which both of the other cards have him doing that. It's like a given when it's a tiger, right? So we're going to stamp in wild wheat because I felt like it showed a little bit better than stamping crushed curry on crushed curry. And all we are going to do is we're just going to stamp, and I started at the bottom for my sample, but I'm going to start up here at the top for tonight. And then you're just going to literally kind of follow that pattern and just kind of stamp it all the way across and then all the way down. We'll stamp there. I guess I probably should turn it this way because I'm getting a little off there. All right, and then we'll do here and here. Oops. And then we'll do right there. Okay. The pressure is on when you're live. All right, so we've got that stamped, and we are then actually, we need to clean our stamp because we're going to stamp it on this basic white piece here, and we're going to stamp it in black memento. So I'm going to grab my cleaner because, of course, I left it over on my table. So we're going to clean it really good. And then we will take, and I've already cut this out for us so that it's the exact size that we need. We're going to ink it up with some black memento. And I'm thinking that a lot of my ink pads need to be re-inked. So they're on the struggle bus right now. All right, I'm going to get real close and see if I can stamp it straight. Well, I think that's going to be close enough for me. I'm good with that. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll start putting our little pieces on here so that we don't lose them or get them mixed up. And I think I'm already oh, there it is. I was going to say, I think I've already lost something. All right, so we are going to grab some designer series paper. So we're going to adhere this right to the center of our stamped piece. And you're not going to be able to tell that I got it all cattywampus back there in the back. Once we put that DSP over it. And Michelle, this paper should look familiar to you. So Michelle was with me on Saturday, and we went to a demonstrator swap, and where we all got together and created new products or new, cards with the new products, whatever. And the back side of that was what she used for one of her cards, and it was absolutely stunning. And it might be it might be used this weekend because I think I've changed all my cards for this Saturday class, this upcoming Saturday class, because I have to make things difficult for myself. Change things last minute. All right, we're just putting dimensionals on the back, and then we are going to adhere it to our card front. Just like that. And this piece is going to, it's going to lay across here, but I don't want to adhere it down quite yet, because what we're going to do is and I'm gonna probably put it about here now, just because there's a big blank spot there, so I kind of want to fill that in just a little bit with our sentiment. But we have some pieces in those dies that are leaves and grass and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of the brush, you know, in the jungle. And I want to actually adhere this to the back here. So I want to make sure before I start adhering this piece down that I kind of align these to where they need to go. And we are going to put that one right about there. So I'm going to just take my adhesive and I'm going to run it here at the top. And then you'll see there's a little bit that's over, so we're just going to fold that down on itself. And then we'll take this piece here and we will attach it just like that. Okay? And then we'll lay it down lightly so it doesn't adhere. And we're going to take our this little leaf here. We're going to actually cut off the bottom, and the reason for that is I don't want it to stick down below our toucan. All right, and then we'll stick this one right about here. So we're going to just kind of fill in those little gaps right there. And then we'll do this one. And we'll trim off that little stem there, give it a little bit of adhesive on it. And then we'll attach this one right about there. And then this one here is going to kind of lay down further. And so we're going to go ahead and stamp our toucan first and get that one done, and then we'll place that piece after we place our toucan. All right, so we've got this here. We're going to stamp it in the black memento. Oh, good, Michelle. Yes, please do a video because it is a stinking adorable card. And I know you won't be at class on Saturday. My heart is broken, actually. Very broken. Michelle is our kind of a life of the party at class. So when she is not there, she is desperately missed. Okay, we're going to take some Stampin' Blends and we are going to do some coloring. We are going to take our dark pumpkin pie and we are going to color in the beak, and that's going to be the point of the beak, and then we're going to take a light pumpkin pie and we're going to do the rest. I'm going to try not to go outside those lines. All right. And then last, we need to take basic black. Now the basic black Stampin' Blends are really dark. So this is the light one. I will be honest with you, I don't use the dark basic black like ever. Deb. You know, she really is. And, you know, well, she keeps us all laughing. Her and Kathy, they keep us laughing and on our toes. It's always very quiet when they're not around. With our black, we're just going to color out here. And again, just be careful with the black. You don't always have to go right up to the edge because it does bleed a little bit more than some of the other colors. And I always, no matter what, still get too close. But, all right, so there we go. And then we'll do this one over here. And ta-da, that one is done. Simple, simple, simple. All right, I'm going to pull in my little machine here and grab my die. And we'll place him on here. We're going to line them up, and then I'm going to grab some of that tape, my favorite little Post-it kind of tape, And then we will cut him out. Okay. Put that over there. Then we've got, I'm going to set that aside. I think I need that scratch paper later. All right, so there is our toucan. And now we can start putting it all together on our card base. All right, so we're going to put dimensionals on the back. And I'm going to cut some of these edges here. Oops. And we'll stick this down here like that. We're gonna kind of put him there where we want him. And then we'll take our leaf that we had not adhered down yet. We'll put a little bit of adhesive on the back of it. And then we're gonna just kind of pop it up underneath. Let's do it like this. Like that. Okay, we'll take off the backings of our toucan. Maybe. And then we will place him right there. Now, you'll see that those are still kind of showing there, but that's okay because we are going to add some flowers. So I've got some wild wheat flowers, and so I grabbed the wild wheat since I stamped in the wild wheat. We're gonna grab some mini dimensionals and place those in the center. And then we're gonna pop those up and stick those right up underneath, and we're gonna cover up that stem so you'll never even know that that stem was there. All right, and then we'll stick this one right up here like that. And now this piece is ready to be added. So now we're going to take our adhesive and just run it all the way across like that. And then we're going to stick it from edge to edge on our stamped piece, just like that. Then we want to add a bow. As always, we need to add a bow. There's always a bow. And we're going to use wild wheat for that. We'll grab some glue dots and adhere that on. I'm going to make it just a little smaller. There we go. Trim off those tails real quick. Grab a glue dot. We'll put the glue dot on the back. And then we're going to adhere it right about here. Right about there. And last but not least, we want to add our little flowers. And these are loose daisy embellishments that coordinated with Playing in the Rain from last year's catalog. That is now in the annual catalog. So we're going to grab some glue dots for these, and let's do white ones. So we'll grab a white one. We're going to put a glue dot on the back of it. Take it off. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool because that will be helpful. And we're going to place that one there. We want it up under his foot. There. And then let's grab another one. And there. And adhere it there. Okay, there we go. There is card number 1. I know it seems like a lot of pieces, but it's actually really simple. The hardest part is just cutting out those, but those are pretty simple as well. So, all right. And you can add, because it is a crushed curry base, we can add a piece to the center or to the inside of the card so that you can, if you want, you can add a sentiment, or you can just leave it blank and write a nice little message. All right. So let's do card number 2. And let me put up some of this stuff, because I'm forever a mess. That is for sure. Okay. Card number 2, let's do this one. So this is what I am presuming is a sloth. Please correct me if I'm wrong. That's kind of what I've been calling it, so I hope it is. If not, oh well. I will learn tonight, won't I? I am not good with names of critters, but I like them. That's all that matters. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull out our pieces. I'm going to pull up my sleeves. So we're going to use Pecan Pie as our card base, and my bone folder. All right. So now that's our Stampin' piece. It's really big, I know. All right, let's go ahead and add this into our inside so I don't forget at the end, but I can also get it out of the way. And it'll just slide right on in like that. Okay, so we have another piece of designer series paper. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna add it to our front piece, and it is gonna go from edge to edge here and along that side, and then you're gonna have like a little space there. Out of all of the cards, this is probably the one that I didn't change up as much as I did the other ones. Okay, good. You know, as I went live and I was like, oh, is that really a sloth? And I was like, you know, I'm pretty sure it is. I am pretty sure it is. But you know, sometimes when you're thinking something is one thing and it's really not, yeah. I have a little bit over here on the edge, so I'm just going to trim that off really quick with my long scissors. Just so it's not hanging off very bad. And left-handed, I don't do very well cutting off the edges, but there we go. Takes me a couple tries. Okay, we got it there. Now we are going to take our little branch here, or tree. It's a tree trunk with a whole bunch of branches on it. And we are going to adhere this to the card front here. We're going to do dimensionals on the back, but you'll notice it goes from top to bottom. And then you want to leave just a little bit of that back card base showing. And obviously you can't put dimensionals on those, so we'll just put it on the trunk itself. And I'm going to put a lot on there just because I want to make sure it doesn't sag too bad. And let's see, I think, and then that one. And there we go. All right. We'll start from the bottom and work our way to the top. So I'm just gonna overlay the designer series paper just slightly, and then we'll run it up the rest of the way. And if it honestly is not perfectly straight, it's not gonna matter. It is over a little bit, so we'll just trim that off. Okay. And I've already cut out all of our little leaves there, but we do need to do our sloth. So let's go ahead and stamp him maybe. Let me see. Where did I put him at? He's probably right in front of my face, but I seriously cannot find him. Maybe he is still in the... Hold on. Ah, he's still in there. Of course. All right, we're going to take off our toucan and put him on the other side. All right. We're going to stamp him in black memento. Oh, really? Okay, I'm going to have to look that up, Deb. I'm going to have to look that up. All right, so we're going to stamp him in black memento, and I'm going to stamp him down here in the corner. We're going to take some pecan pie, and we are going to color him. We're going to do some dark first. And it will take me just a minute to get it all colored. And with this being crumb cake card base, card stock, it will bleed a little bit more than even normal. Sometimes on the colored card stock, it will bleed a little bit more, especially your darker ones. All right, and let's see. Let's get his head up here a little darker. All right, and then we'll do here, and I think that'll be good. All right, so then we're gonna take our light pecan pie, and we're gonna fill in. And I'm using the brush end at the moment, but we're gonna switch now. Get those little pieces, or little parts, little areas. All right, we'll go right over his eyes, up under his chin, and then we'll overlay all of our dark pieces, and ta-da, there we go. All right, I'm gonna trim out our sloth here and keep that from a scrap paper. Pull in our cutter here. Grab our sloth. And then we're gonna cut him out. And of course, I'm gonna put the tape on it just to make sure that I don't move it. I have a tendency to move that die once I put the plate on. Okay. Put that aside. Take off that tape so that I can use it again. And there we go. So now we can start putting on our pieces here. I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and we also want some glue dots. All right, so we are going to take and adhere in several different places. And with the leaves dies, there's two of them. There's two leaf dies. With these, there is a smaller one and a larger one. So just know that. I'm pretty sure that's the larger one. So let's come down here and put it there. Actually, that might be a smaller one. And then we'll take, let's take this one and we'll put that one there. And then we're going to take this one and put this one here. All right, and then let's grab some some dimensionals, and we will start putting those on. So we're going to come down here to the bottom, and we're going to put one here, And we need to cut some more. And we'll take, this one should be little enough. That one will be a little longer. Oh, this one might be a little long too. So we're gonna cut that again. We'll put that one on there. Like that. We'll attach this one here. There we go. That one will go there. We're going to put one here. Like that. And we'll put one here. Up here like that. And then we're going to put dimensionals on the back of our sloth. And I'm going to grab one more little one to put right here. And we're going to have him hanging just like this from the branch. All right, and do you know what I realized? I forgot to cut my piece of paper for my sentiment. So I'm going to grab a piece that I've got above my head, maybe. Here we go. And we're going to stamp our sentiment in pecan pie. Oops. And we'll stick it down here. Ta-da, life is better with you. I brought my little cutter over here, so we will cut it. We'll trim it right on off. And I'm going to trim off just a little bit from each end. And then we will put our sentiment right on. I try to keep scrap paper like all around my craft room so that if this happens, I have the ability to fix it. Yay! All right, let's cut some more. I'm going to go ahead and just cut the rest of them real quick, so you don't have to watch me do it again. All right, and then we're gonna put dimensionals on the back of our sentiment. Here, here, and here. And then we can adhere this to the front right about here. I'm gonna put it a little underneath that leaf there. We're going to put that down. And last but not least, we're going to take some of this. This is natural trim. They call it the wavy trim. We're going to take it and we're going to tie a bow. Hi, Karen. I hope you are doing well. Karen, I forgot to text you. I have actually been meaning to all day. I was going to ask you if you were coming to class or if Henry still had some stuff going on, because I forgot to text you earlier. But since you popped up, I'll ask you now. Because I wasn't sure when we talked last if you said it was going to be January or February. I couldn't remember. My brain has been all over the place, it feels like. So we've tied a bow. We're going to adhere that with some glue dots. And I'm going to put 2 on just because of the type of ribbon that it is. And then we're going to stick that right up underneath. And there we go. There is card number 2. All right. I love this one. I love the colors. I think this is a pool party and then pecan pie. And I think it looks really good together. On this one, I added in changing up the colors of those 2 leaves. And I think I like it. I think I actually like that, giving it some different look. Some little shades, different shades of color there. All right. Let me grab card number 3, and then we are almost done. And I'll show you the sneak peek of the ones that you'll see Thursday and Friday. All right, so this is the last card. I love this one as well. I like the alligator. This stamp set makes alligators look nice. They're not very mean when you get to cut them out and color them, right? They're all really sweet. Oh, I'm sorry, Deb. Karen, it is this coming Saturday. What is that? The 7th of the 6th? The 6th, I think. Yeah, the 6th. It's this Saturday. Oh, that's a bummer. And then the next one will be February the 3rd, which will also have bingo. On that one. So that'll be class and then bingo in the afternoon. All right, so let's do a little Valentine's Day alligator. So this one's kind of a fun fold. And again, I do have all the measurements and the score lines on the blog, so you can go on there. So you're going to do your normal at 4 1/4, but then you're also going to do 1 1/4, and this will fold back like that. And then we'll take our bone folder and give it a good crease on both of those folds. And then we're going to actually, because that's never going to stay shut like you want it to, we will be putting dimensionals on the back to kind of keep that down so that it doesn't flap over. All right. We're going to stick this piece on the inside, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And you're hoping to make the February one. Okay. I couldn't remember. I think when we had talked, you said that he might not have one in February. I wasn't sure. So, okay. So that's going to go on the inside. And then we're going to actually take our DSP and go ahead and put that on the inside. And we're going to stick that there. And the back side of this paper is really pretty too. Really, really pretty. All right, and so we're just going to line it up with the edge. It's going to go all the way from the top to the bottom. And ta-da and ta-da. There we go. All right, this piece here is going to go right in that. So we're going to put that there. See, this is from the same pack of paper. And isn't that gorgeous? That would be really pretty to color with blends. Or even some watercoloring. You could do that too. It is a little slippery, so or slick, so you'd have to be careful if you watercolor it, but it is possible. Just take your time. All right, so we got that there, and then we've got one more piece of Designer Series paper, and that's going to go on the front here. And ta-da. And I'm going to turn it so that I can see it right with my left-handedness. All right. Oh, there we go. All right. See if I can get things straight here. All right. Now, I also tried to cut the DSP so that it would kind of blend together there. I think it might be longer, but anyway, so you can do it that way too. Now, let's go ahead and take some dimensionals. We're going to fold that flap over, and we're going to put dimensional, a dimensional, and a dimensional. And then you'll fold it right back over, and ta-da, it now stays. So always makes it well worth it. Okay, so now we've got a nested stitch rectangle cut out with Balmy Blue. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive at the top. We're going to take one of our cutouts. This is like the bush, what I call the bush. And we're going to adhere it right here to the edge. Like that. We're then going to take one of these and we're going to attach it over here to our side as well. So we're going to put a little bit more and adhere that there. we're going to take this, flip it over, and then we're going to put dimensionals on the back. Yes, Deb, it does. It does. It does. I promised my team that I would play with the brayer and do our stamping presentation at our January meeting. And I have played with it. I am not skilled at it. I have watched a ton of videos this past weekend so that I could kind of figure it out, because I'm going to have to figure it out before our team meeting. I don't know if I'm pressing too hard or what I'm doing. So anyway, I've got some more videos to watch before I give up. Oh, you know what? Okay, so I really shouldn't have put it down here, but we're going to go with it. And we're just going to... No, we're not. We're going to take off these on the end here. Okay. And that's going to be all right. All right, so now we're going to adhere that there. Next, we are going to take this piece here. So I've already cut all that out for y'all, so y'all didn't have to watch me do all that. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive in some areas just down here at the bottom. And we're going to make sure that it's not sticking out too bad anyway. All right, let me fold that over. That's what I love about our seal, is that it's easy to fold it over. All right, and we're going to stick this right about here, right about there. And then we've got two pieces here, so we'll put a little bit of adhesive there. This one's going to go right here. And this one's going to go right here. Okay, then let's stamp our alligator. And we're going to stamp that in black memento. That's the best way when you're going to color with Stampin' Blends. The best thing to stamp your ink or your images with is the black memento ink, because the ink will not fade. All right, and let's do our dark. We're going to go over all these little drawing humps here. And then we're going to color his bottom. Like this. And then we're going to do up around his eyes. Get a little bit here on the edge. And then we're going to come along the edge here. And let's do his foot. And this, again, this does not have to be perfect. It's what I love about the Stampin' Blends, is it's so easy to color, and honestly, you're not making a mistake. That's what I love about it. I'm not the best colorer, but the Stampin' Blends make me look that way. All right, and then we're just going to kind of go up a little bit more, just kind of up like this. All right, and then we're going to color all of our little, nope, I meant to do that in Smoky Slate. Oops, sorry. Sorry. We're going to do it in black since I just messed it up. Because that'll make it cover up the dark green that I just did. But in the sample, I did it with Smoky Slate. Okay. All right, now we're going to take our light and we're just going to kind of run it up We'll go over the dark areas as well, just to help it all blend in. And do up here. All right, let me go back. Let me go to the small. There we go. All right, a couple more spots. And then we are done. Okay, let's cut that one out. I do, Karen. I do. Girl, I got fat fingers. I type the wrong thing all the time. I have learned voice very well because I do have to type a lot of text messages every day with work. So I am now like the queen of voice, the queen of it. Because then my spelling won't even be wrong. Well, most of the time it won't be wrong. Sometimes my southern accent gets in the way, and it puts something that should not, that is not what I said. So, but for the most part, it does pretty good. Okay, so we've got that now cut out, and we are going to put him on. We're going to put him on with dimensionals. So I got to grab some new ones. I always love a new pack of dimensionals. We're going to put him there, and there, and there, and there. And, well, let's do an edge for his tail. All right. Wrong one. There we go. Take those backs off, and then we are going to add him, oops, right on here. And we're just going to make sure that we cover up that little bottom line there. Like that. Okay. We are going to take a heart. That's from the Give It a Whirl dies. Y'all know my favorites. And we're going to, before we adhere that down, let me take our, this is some Granny Apple Green ribbon. Nope, this is Lemon Lime Twist ribbon. Move these out of the way. We're going to tie a little bow, or you could tie a big one, whichever you prefer. All right. There we go. Let's make it a little smaller. And we'll cut the tails off. We're going to grab a glue dot. Maybe. There we go. Goodness. And then we're going to tuck it right up underneath the edge here. Or not underneath the edge, I'm sorry, right on the edge. So we'll tuck that right there. And then we'll take our little heart, and it's going to adhere right over that ribbon, the bow. And then we've got our two little flowers. So they are cut out in white. So we're going to grab our mini dimensionals again. And we're going to put two on there. We're going to put one here. And then we'll put one right here. And I put that one upside down, but that'll be all right. All right, then we're going to take our little loose flowers again, and we're going to pick up some yellow ones. We're going to put glue dots on the back of it. Let me put these, I'm going to put it down so that I can get it right over top. All right, let's take one more, go right over top. And we're going to pick it up. And stick that down in the center. And then we'll stick this one down in the center like that. Alrighty. That is the last card. So here are our 3 cards from tonight. This is a very cute set. Well worth it. Well worth all of it, I promise. There is the host code. If you do decide to purchase, you can use that host code. And if you do $35 before the tax and the shipping, then I will actually mail these 3 make and take packets to you. So you'll get 3 cards to make in the mail. And then be on the lookout because I have 2 tiger cards. I have this one right here. And that was part of the kickoff for the celebration training thing I did. And then this is the one I did for the swap this past weekend. So, all right, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the projects tonight. And I hope that you guys have a lot of fun with this new catalog that's coming out. I will post the link for the catalog launch in not only my Facebook, but here on YouTube as well, so that you can go and be a part of that and see all the demonstrators from around the world. Some of them, just FYI, are in a different language, so just know that. But the cards will still be, you'll be able to watch them put together. So it is still worth all of that. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will see y'all next week. I don't have anything on Monday night, so we will be live next Monday. And next Monday, we are going to actually be playing with the trusty tool because there is some coordinating paper for that one. So I want to make sure we get that in. So that's the cards we will be working on next week. All right, everyone. See you later. Have a great one. Bye.